you can probably tell from the tools on the table, you are going to be practicing measuring liquid volume. So there are 3 lab tools right here. We have a flask, we have a beaker, and we have a graduated cylinder. The only one that will help you measure volume is the graduated cylinder. The numbers that are here on the beaker, lies, and the flask, lies. So these 2 tools can help you approximate, but they aren't measurement tools. These are really just to contain your liquids until you're ready to measure. The only one that's going to help you measure is your graduated cylinder, because it has these graduations on it so that you can measure accurately with it. So to measure using a graduated cylinder, as you know, you got to get down at eye level. You got to change where things are arranged for just a second so that I can get the camera down at eye level. You can see if I were below eye level or above eye level, my measurement would look different. The tools are designed to be read at eye level. So you know you have to be at eye level. You know that the graduated cylinder has to be on a flat surface. So now how do we read this? First of all, if you look up near the top, you can see the unit that we are using. So this graduated cylinder measures in milliliters, and it goes up to 100. So we're not going to get a number bigger than 100. So we're going to use the same, or similar strategy that we used when we measured mass. So we know we're going to have a tens place, a ones place, a decimal, a tenths place, and a number of milliliters. So as soon as we figure out each of these numbers, we're just going to fill them right in on your whiteboard. You do it on your answer paper, and that way you won't accidentally forget or get lost in your graduated cylinder. You don't want to get lost in here. Sure, thanks Jerry. You can just leave it. That's great. Yeah, we just started breaking them down. So then you are going to look down at eye level, and I can see here I made it to the 10. I made it past the 10 to the 20. These longer lines are my tens of milliliters. That means I'm going to put a 2 in my tens place. Okay, that's one value I already know. When I look back at my graduated cylinder, I made it to the 20. I know that longer line is my 5. I didn't make it to there, so now I got to count. 21, 22, 23. So I made it to 23. I'm going to put a 3 in my ones place. And now I need to look for tenths. Well, when I look at the bottom of my meniscus, man, it is right on that 23 line. So that means I don't have any tenths of a milliliter. So I'm going to put a 0 in there so I look and I don't have any. So the measurement of this graduated cylinder would be 23.0 milliliters. Now, let's try looking at another one. So I get the green one out of the way. What do you want to do next? Yellow, red, green, blue. Oh, okay, yellow, sure. We'll do yellow. All right, so when I look at my yellow graduated cylinder, I'm going to follow that same format. I'm going to put blank, blank, blank. So 1, 2, dot, blank milliliters, because milliliters are my unit. I gotta get down at eye level again and look at my meniscus. So I made it to 10, I made it to 20, I made it to 30, but I didn't make it to 30, or to 40, sorry, didn't make it to 40. So in my tens place, I'm gonna put a 3 to indicate I have 30 something milliliters. And I look back at my graduated cylinder, remember that longer line is your 5. So that's 35 milliliters, 36 milliliters, 37. Well, I'm like halfway between 36 and 37. So I'm going to go ahead and put my 6 down because I didn't quite make it to 37, so I can't put a 7 there. And then when I look at that, I think I'm about halfway between the 36 and the 37. If you think it's a little less than that, that's okay. I'm going to call it 36.5 milliliters. Now, if when you looked at that, you thought it was more like 36.3 milliliters. If you don't think you were quite halfway, that's okay. So remember, if you use your format where you go tens, ones, and then tenths, and don't try to hold it in your head, you're going to do a lot better on these measurements. All right, so now time to erase. Let's look at another one. So let's pull a red guy over. All right, for my red guy, same procedure as before, eye level from the bottom of the meniscus. Oh, you're right, I totally forgot to set it up. So I need to go tens, ones, decimal, tenths, label in milliliters. I'm all set up and ready to rock. Eye level at the bottom of the meniscus. Let me get my camera there. Eye level at the bottom of the meniscus. Okay, I can see the 60. I didn't quite make it to the 60. I made it past 50. So I'm going to put a 5 in my tens place. And then look again. There's my nice long halfway mark. So that's 55, 56, 57, 58. So I put an 8 in my ones place. And then looking here, at eye level, boy, I'm right on that line. Look at me, 58.0 milliliters. Now, if when you looked at it, you thought, gosh, that looks a lot closer to 58.1 milliliters to me, if you thought you were just above, I'd accept that. That would be okay. So as long as your measurement is really close, you're going to be okay. Don't get all freaked out if you think you're just a tenth of a milliliter off. Now, when you want to adjust to a specific amount, let's say you wanted to pour in a certain amount of a liquid. Let's say that my graduated cylinder empty. Let's say I asked you for a certain amount. Stay tuned and I'll show you how to do it.